A little community gardening before my run. Community garden also means that the community gets involved right here in Philly. Let's do it. I'm going to talk to an expert to give you guys some insight and some tips. Let me track her down. Okay, so I found her, Robin, the community garden expert. She's going to tell us what we're doing because we're putting wood chips on top of cardboard. And why are we doing that? And what's the benefits? And is that something that people can do in their own backyard?
Yeah, so what we're doing here today is planting a community orchard with Pastorius Community Garden. I'm the orchard director with the Philadelphia Orchard Project.
Awesome.
And what we are doing at the beginning of this planting is laying down layers of cardboard and then wetting the cardboard and then putting about a 2-inch layer of wood chips on top of that. And the reason that we do that when we're planting an orchard in the style that we do it is because it helps to keep weeds down that are already, instead of having to tear up all of the grass will just break down underneath. It won't be able to get sunlight. And then the cardboard and the wood chips help to retain moisture in the soil so you don't have to water as much and your plants will be healthier. And over time, over the course of a season or two, all of these wood chips and the cardboard will completely biodegrade and turn into soil. And all of the stuff that is inside these wood chips will turn into soil and also feed the proper soil microbes that we want to be feeding the immune systems of all of our trees and our berry bushes and our herbs.
Now, is this a alternative to using pesticides and things like that, weed killer and things like that?
Yeah, it's absolutely an alternative. We don't advocate at all for synthetic sprays, herbicides, fungicides, things like that. Occasionally, when you're dealing with fruit trees that are harder to take care of, we do recommend organic sprays, but usually we try to go through a holistic method of care where you're focusing mostly on building soil. Healthy soil makes healthy roots, make healthy plants. And also makes healthier ecosystems and healthier people. So yeah, that's exactly, that's how we're looking at things from a holistic point of view rather than treating symptoms when we see a problem. We're treating a whole system and working over time, building ecosystems.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so one last question. So in the event, say I have a nice sized backyard and I want to do something similar, wood chips, do you like commercial wood chips or is there, like, how do you come by, like, this is a ton of wood chips,
Sure.
Of course, but how does one, like just an individual, come by getting wood chips? Is it something I have to purchase, or what would your recommendations be for that?
There are a couple different ways. So usually we can get free wood chips, especially in small quantities. Being in an urban environment for gardening is actually a really, really awesome resource for people because there's free stuff all over the place. People always getting rid of cardboard, always getting rid of pallets to build compost bins, always working on trees. So the city has tons of trees, but since it's a small space, people are living so closely together, a lot of times trees have to get worked on more frequently, right?
Right.
So there's arborists working throughout the city with city contracts and private contracts, and they need a place to dump their wood chips. Usually they have to pay to dump them somewhere.
So they're more than like happy to say,
Yes.
hey, where do you want us to bring it?
Yes, so if you find someone near your house and you talk to them, you give them your phone number and your address, and you say, hey, at the end of your day, if you could dump, I have this lot here, or I have this space here where you can dump, and then they'll do it because they'll save money and you'll save money too.
Wow.
If you're going to be buying wood chips, especially like a really large quantity, we sometimes order from a place that's called, I believe it's called Rainbow Landscaping Services.
And that's for Philadelphia metropolitan area.
Yes, it's actually on 2nd Street. It's like North Philly, maybe Juniata, but it's up near like 2nd and Erie, I believe. It's called Rainbow Landscaping.
Let me ask you this, because Philly is a pretty big city, so we have a lot of resources, like the organization you're with. Is that pretty much true for other large urban areas?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of things about Philly that are unique, but also that are similar to other cities, especially in this region of the country. The post-industrial cities have a lot of things in common in terms of the amount of space that they have and the types of resources and the types of populations. And and the things that I said today definitely apply to our temperate region. I don't have a huge amount of experience in the southern United States, don't know that much, but in this area, this will definitely work in most places.
Okay, so is there like a website or like a resource, like, because not just for people in Philly, but maybe people outside of Philly can go to and find something in their area, or just
Sure.
information about community gardens in general? Is there a place?
Sure. Well, our website is phillyorchards.org, and the Philadelphia Orchard Project has 57
Wow.
57 community orchards throughout the city of Philadelphia. We have a ton of stuff on our website, a blog, and links to other websites in our resources section. As far as other parts of the country,
But that might work. But going to your website,
yeah.
might then lead them to other websites.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good starting point.
Okay.
Our website would be a good starting point, and then if people are interested in the way that we design things and the kind of the philosophy that we come from in the way that we plant, doing research on a design science called permaculture might be a good. It's definitely a very large chasm of information, but permaculture is the design style that I use and the Philly Orchard Project uses in our designs.
Well, thank you so much. I think people are going to find this helpful, especially with just getting involved. Even if you don't want to start a community garden, you can get involved and participate and help those who are involved.
Absolutely, you can get started. And the city of Philadelphia gives away free trees through the Tree Philly program.
Yes, we like free.
Yeah, if you're a Philly resident, look into Tree Philly, and also the Pennsylvania Horticulture Society Tree Tenders program. So there's all sorts of different resources available in the city. It's pretty awesome.